Relax now. Feel the softness of your bed beneath you. Allow your shoulders to sink a little deeper. Notice how your breath flows slowly, in and out. There's nothing you need to do now, nowhere you need to be. Only this gentle moment of rest. Each word you hear guides you further into stillness. Each sound brings you closer to calm. Your eyes may feel heavy already, or they may simply soften, drifting half closed as though floating on a warm breeze. Let the quiet embrace you, like a blanket of peace wrapping gently around your body. If any thoughts arrive, that's all right. Let them drift past like leaves carried down a stream. Your only task now is to relax, to listen, and to follow the rhythm of my voice as it becomes softer, slower, steadier, guiding you into rest. Our story today begins with a loom of ancient wood, worn smooth by centuries of hands that pass threads through its frame. The wooden beams creak softly, a sound both old and comforting, like the sigh of a grandfather clock in a quiet room. Outside, the world rests beneath twilight, but within these walls, firelight glows warmly. Painting the chamber in gold and ember, the weaver sits quietly. Her breath as steady as yours now. In her lap, threads of deep crimson, soft gold, and twilight blue lie ready to be woven. Her hands move slowly, rhythmically, as the shuttle slides through the warp. Click, and then returns. Clack. A gentle pattern emerges, one line at a time. Walls in medieval halls, long before the warmth of central fires, were draped in woven cloths. Not just for beauty, but to soften the chill of stone. Each tapestry carried stories, symbols, dreams, woven into every colored thread. Now, imagine you are there, in a hall lit by torches and a crackling hearth. You feel the warmth of fire on your cheeks, the softness of woolen cloth beneath your fingers, and the faint scent of cedar wood smoke drifting lazily in the air. The tapestry grows taller with each breath you take. Crimson meets gold, gold slides into blue, and threads form a horizon, a forest, a river, a sky. The room grows quieter, save for the gentle clicking of the loom. Click, clack, click, clack. Like a heartbeat of wood and thread, guiding your own heart into slow harmony. The weaver hums under her breath, a tune older than memory, a lullaby carried across centuries. Her song weaves with the sound of the loom, and together they become the rhythm of your rest. You are safe here. You are warm here. You are deeply calm here. The tapestry is not just cloth. It is a story unfolding gently, and you are part of its pattern now. The loom hums softly, and each pass of the shuttle creates a new horizon. Crimson deepens into twilight, gold warms into the glow of dawn, and blue spreads out like a calm river stretching endlessly before your eyes. The weaver's fingers never rush. Every motion is measured, steady, patient, as though time itself slows inside this chamber. The world outside may race and tumble, but here, in the quiet glow of firelight, only the loom matters, and the threads that slip into place, one after another. Close your eyes if they haven't already. Let your mind picture the tapestry as it grows. At first, only colors swaths of red and gold, patches of blue, gentle streaks of green. But soon, images begin to rise from the woven cloth, as though threads carry secrets waiting to be revealed. A forest appears. Tall trees, their trunks like pillars, their leaves whispering in the softest of winds. Imagine walking into that forest now, your feet sinking gently into moss that cushions each step. The air cool, yet soothing, with beams of sunlight weaving themselves down through the branches, just like the threads of the loom. Birdsong calls faintly in the distance, not sharp, not startling, but soft. A lull of nature that blends into silence. Every sound is gentle here, like ripples in still water. Deeper into the tapestry you go, as though the woven forest is opening just for you. Your hands trail across bark, rough and grounding, then glide across leaves, silken and cool. Each texture, each color feels alive beneath your fingertips. The loom clicks again. Click, ack. And more of the forest grows. Now a clearing opens wide, a meadow bathed in silver light. The grass moves slowly with the breeze, like waves in a quiet sea. Wildflowers bloom there. Pale lavender, golden daisy, and small bluebells that seem to chime silently when touched by wind. In the middle of the meadow stands a stone well. Its stones are old, smooth, worn by time and by hands that once drew water from its depths. The weaver threads it carefully, gray stones, shaded with tiny lines of moss green. She knows each stone is important, for it holds not just water, but memory. You lean over the well within the tapestry and hear the faintest echo, like water trickling far below, sound that soothes, a sound that tells you of life hidden deep in the earth. You breathe in, and the air feels fresher now, cooler, like a calm night after rain. The shuttle slides again. Threads of silver shimmer across the tapestry, forming a sky just above the meadow. Stars bloom there, one by one, as though night is slowly arriving, but never in a rush. The stars twinkle, soft and steady, guiding you deeper into calm. The weaver smiles gently, her hum blending with the clicking loom, as if she knows you are watching, resting, and slowly drifting into the world she creates. The loom whispers again, threads stretching across with like a gentle sigh. Each pass of the shuttle brings warmth, and soon within the tapestry, a small cottage begins to take form at the meadow's edge. Its walls are built of stone, the same soft gray as the well, but warmer now, touched by orange light that flickers from within. A thatched roof slopes gently, covered in moss and the kiss of evening dew. Tiny windows glow like amber jewels, beckoning you closer, inviting you to step inside. As you drift nearer, you feel the meadow air shifting. It is cooler behind you now, yet before you, near the door, a tender heat begins to greet your skin. The warmth of fire, the welcome of a hearth waiting for you. The weaver pauses for a heartbeat, her fingers resting on the loom, and you can almost hear her whisper, "Rest, you are safe here." Yes. The shuttle slides again, click, clack, and the door of the cottage opens in the tapestry. The hinges creak softly, not in warning, but like an old friend sighing at your return. Step across the threshold. Floorboards beneath your feet are smooth and polished, carrying the memory of generations that walked before you. The air smells faintly of wood smoke and lavender, a fragrance that settles deep into your lungs, slow, calming like a lullaby you can breathe. Inside, the fire crackles in the stone hearth. Flames bend and sway, casting golden light that dances across the walls. The sound is steady, not too sharp, not too loud. Just the comforting murmur of burning logs, breaking into soft embers, each crackle like a heartbeat lulling you deeper into peace. Around the hearth are tapestries of their own woven cloths, hung carefully against stone walls. Some show rolling hills, others show seas under moonlight. And one just above the hearth shows a sky so vast, so filled with stars, that you feel you could fall into it forever. The weaver threads each of these into her great loom as well. She is not just weaving the world outside, weaving the world within. The rooms, the warmth, the very heartbeat of home. You lower yourself into a chair near the fire, its wooden arms smooth beneath your touch. The seat cradles you like it was built for you, and a blanket waits folded across the back. Soft wool brushed with the scent of lavender fields. You draw it around your shoulders, and the weight of it settles your breath, steadying your chest, slowing your heartbeat. Outside, the night deepens. Through the small window, you see the tapestry sky now lit with a silver moon. Its glow streaming across the meadow, reaching all the way to your window pane. The loom clicks softly, adding threads of light that ripple across the horizon. The weaver hums again, a low, soothing sound, like a cradle song sung not for children alone, but for all who need rest. You are safe, you are warm, and you are gently sinking into the woven dream. The loom stirs again. Threads gather like moonlight drawn into silk, and the weaver's hands guide them, patient, calm, endlessly steady. Her shuttle moves back and forth, click, clack, click, clack, like the rhythm of your breath, like the gentle sway of waves against a quiet shore. She adds now to the tapestry a forest beyond the cottage. Tall pines rise, their trunks dark and straight, their needles whispering in the night wind. You hear the soft rustle of branches, a sound like secret voices, yet never fearful, always guiding, always kind. You imagine yourself stepping outside again, the door closing softly behind you, the warmth of the fire still resting on your skin. The night air greets you, cool but gentle, crisp with the fragrance of pine resin and damp earth. Above, the moon shines silver through drifting clouds, its light weaving patterns between branches. You follow the narrow path the weaver lays down in threads of brown and gold. It winds between the trees, soft moss cushioning your steps, so that each footfall makes no sound. The forest itself seems to breathe with you, inhale, exhale, a slow rhythm that carries you deeper, softer, more at ease. Somewhere in the distance, an owl calls a low, mellow note, not to startle, but to soothe. Like a bell tolling gently across still air. Its wings brush unseen above the canopy, a whisper through the night, reminding you that you are not alone, that nature itself keeps you company. The weaver hums as she works, a tune without words, only soft tones rising and falling like the rocking of a cradle. Her voice blends with the forest sounds, and the two together become a song of rest. Every thread she places wraps more comfort around you. Every beat of the shuttle anchors you deeper into calm. The path opens to a clearing now. A circle of stones sits at its center, covered in moss, softened by centuries of quiet time. At the heart of the stones, a candle flickers. Its flame is steady, golden. Casting halos of warmth into the cool night, you draw closer. The candle does not smoke, it does not sputter. It burns with perfect ease, like a star resting upon earth. You sit beside it, and the flame leans toward you, offering warmth without heat, light without glare. The forest around you grows softer, the trees swaying slowly, like guardians keeping their watch. Each leaf rustles like a whispered goodnight. Stars above glimmer gently, and you realize this whole forest is part of the tapestry too. Every stone, every tree, every flicker of the candle is bound together by threads of care. The weaver's loom continues, slow and steady. Click, clack, click, clack. The sound joins with the candle's flicker, the rustling leaves, the gentle beat of your own heart. Together, they weave a lullaby without words, and you sink deeper still into the dream she makes for you. The candle in the clearing glows steadily, its light shimmering softly against the mossy stones. But the weaver's hands are not finished. Her shuttle glides again, and the threads extend outward. From the edge of the clearing, a river begins to form. At first, it is only a glimmer, a silver thread catching moonlight. Then it widens, becomes a stream that murmurs and sighs, sliding over smooth stones, whispering in a voice softer than any spoken word. The sound is hushed, like water poured gently into a waiting cup. It's like the rhythm of distant rain tapping on a window while you drift to sleep. You step toward it. The moss gives way to sand, fine and cool beneath your bare feet. Each grain seems to glow faintly, as though starlight has been ground into dust. You kneel by the river's edge, and as you do, you notice how clear the water is, so clear that the stones beneath gleam like jewels, amber, jade, amethyst, polished smooth by centuries of patient flowing. You dip your fingers into the water. It's cool, but not cold. Refreshing, but gentle. The ripples spread outward in circles, widening, widening, until it feels as though the whole river has responded to your touch. It carries the ripples away, downstream, toward a horizon hidden in mist. The weaver adds to her song now not words, but the soft rhythm of a wooden comb smoothing the threads. Its faint scrape blends with the river's murmur, so that together they become the perfect cadence of calm. Click, clack, whisper, hush. A harmony of loom and water guiding your breath, guiding your heart, guiding your mind into deep stillness. A small boat rests by the shore. It is simple, shaped from pale wood, its surface polished until it glows faintly in the moonlight. No oars, no ropes, only a vessel waiting for you, patient and kind, as though it has always known you would arrive. You step inside. The boat rocks only slightly, a soothing sway, like being held, like being cradled. The river accepts you at once, taking the boat into its silver embrace. The water carries you forward, slow, gentle, serene. The current is steady, but never hurried. The trees along the banks sway as you pass, their branches leaning overhead, forming arches of green and silver. The stars peek between the leaves, sparkling brighter, like tiny lanterns strung across the night. You lie back in the boat, The wood is smooth, and the rhythm of water beneath you is steady and kind. The world narrows to sound, the rivers whisper, the looms clicking, the forests sighing. And soon, even those sounds blur into one another, becoming a single, gentle lullaby woven for you alone. The river bends ahead. Beyond the curve, a soft glow waits, like the promise of another dream woven into the tapestry. And as you drift closer, the weaver smiles, her hands never pausing, her threads never breaking. Each motion, each sound, each glimmer of light carries you deeper, safer, more at rest. The bend in the river comes slowly, as though the current knows you must savor the journey. The boat turns, its wood creaking gently, and suddenly the forest canopy opens. Before you lies a meadow, bathed in golden light. Not sunlight, not moonlight, but something softer, something woven from the heart of dreams. It glows, as though threads of gold had been stitched into the air itself. Each strand shimmering, floating, dancing. Out! The boat drifts to the shore, resting against the bank without a sound. You step out, your feet meeting grass so fine, so silken, it feels like walking on clouds. The blades bend under your weight, then rise again, their edges tipped with dew that gleams like diamonds in the glowing light. At the meadow's center stands a loom, larger than any you've seen. Its frame is carved from ancient oak, its beams rising higher than the tallest tree. But it is not empty. Threads already span its breadth, threads of crimson, of sapphire, of emerald, of purest white. They shimmer as though alive, and when the breeze passes, they hum like strings of a harp. The weaver is there. She has followed you, though you never saw her leave the clearing. Her hands rest gently on the loom's frame. Her smile is calm as the river's song. And she beckons to you, not with words, not with sound, but with a glance that feels like sunlight on closed eyes. You step closer. The air around the loom is warm, fragrant with wildflowers. The clicking of the shuttle begins again, slow and rhythmic, each sound echoing through the meadow, like the ticking of a giant clock measuring time not in seconds, but in heartbeats. Click, clack, clack. With every pass of the shuttle, the threads tighten, the tapestry grows, and in its weave, you see pictures forming. At first, faint outlines, a hill, a tower, a doorway opening onto light. Then clearer still, figures walking, trees swaying, stars shining in skies of deep indigo. Realize the tapestry is telling a story that feels familiar, though you cannot place it. Each woven image draws you in deeper, as though the threads are not merely colored, but alive with memory and dream. The weaver hums softly. Her tune is low, melodic, woven of syllables too old for language. The sound drifts into you, loosening your body, calming your chest, slowing your thoughts. Her song and the loom's rhythm become one. Click, hum, clack, sigh. Over and over, a lullaby, more ancient than words. And as you watch, the tapestry shifts. One thread of gold gleams brighter, spreading outward, tracing paths through the weave. It forms shapes that seem to open, gateways, arches, bridges leading into landscapes that shimmer as though they are waiting for you. You feel it. The meadow is not just a place, but a threshold. The loom is not only weaving cloth, but passages, doorways to dreams yet to be stepped through. The weaver looks at you once more. Her eyes shine like calm rivers, her hands never still. And with each glance, she seems to whisper, rest, trust, drift. The tapestry will carry you. The golden threads shimmer, brightening until they are almost liquid, like sunlight poured through water. The patterns in the tapestry move, not like pictures, but like doorways breathing open, growing wider, inviting. The meadow quiets. Even the wind holds its breath. Only the loom speaks now, its soft clicking carrying you forward. Click, clack, 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 like a gentle knock on the door of dreams. The weaver lowers her gaze, her smile serene, as though she knows you have reached the moment you were meant to arrive at. Her hands pause, but the threads continue to move, alive with their own soft glow. You step closer. The tapestry stretches before you, vast as a horizon, yet close as a curtain you could touch. And when you do, when your fingertips brush the threads, they are warm, like the skin of living sunlight. They hum gently beneath your touch, a vibration that moves up your arm and into your chest, slowing your heart, deepening your breath. And then the cloth parts. The threads shift aside like a veil in the wind, and there, beyond the tapestry, a landscape unfurls. Rolling hills bathed in twilight, a forest of silver leaves that whisper with every breeze. A sky washed in violet and indigo, where stars already shine bright and steady. It feels familiar, as though you have stepped into a memory you once dreamed long ago. The weaver does not speak. She simply nods, and you know you are meant to enter. So you do. One step, and the air changes. The meadow fades behind you. The loom's clicking drifts into distance. And all at once you are walking within the woven dream. The ground is soft beneath your feet, like moss kissed with dew. The trees bend gently as you pass, their leaves shimmering as if greeting you. The wind carries a fragrance, lavender and cedar, honey and smoke from a hearth fire you cannot yet see. Your footsteps make no sound. Time itself feels slowed, like water in a calm pond. Each breath deepens your stillness, each blink lingers longer. Your body growing heavier, yet your spirit lighter. Ahead, between the trees, a glow begins to shine. It is not harsh, but soft, like the light of lanterns hung along a quiet path. You follow it, each step leading you further until the forest opens. There, in a small glade, a cottage waits. Its roof is thatched with straw, its walls built from warm stone, and smoke curls from its chimney. Rising in a spiral into the twilight sky, the door stands slightly ajar, and the glow within flickers gently, golden and steady, like a hearth calling you home. You pause. The silence around you is deep, but not empty, alive with the hush of leaves, the breath of earth, the distant murmur of a river. It feels as though the world itself is holding you, rocking you, settling you deeper into rest. And with a calm heart, you step toward the door. The wooden door opens with the gentlest sigh, as though it has been waiting for centuries for your hand to arrive. The hinge creaks softly, a sound not of age, but of welcome, like a floorboard that remembers every step that has crossed it. Inside, the air is warm. It embraces you instantly, wrapping around your shoulders like a soft woolen shawl. The scent of cedar smoke drifts in layers, mingling with herbs hanging from the rafters, rosemary, sage, lavender, their fragrance soothing, settling into your lungs with each slow inhale. The hearth glows at the center of the room, logs crackle quietly, tiny sparks leaping upward before vanishing into the chimney. The firelight dances along the stone walls, painting them with gentle flickers, shadows swaying like leaves in a breeze. It is not loud, not fierce, just steady, like a heart that beats without hurry, without doubt. A chair waits near the hearth. Carved from oak, its cushions plump and worn, it seems made for you. The moment you see it, you feel the weight of your body soften with longing, as though every muscle knows that here it may finally rest. You sink into the chair. The fabric molds to your shape. Supportive, comforting. The warmth of the fire seeps into your bones, spreading outward, loosening your shoulders, slowing the rhythm of your thoughts. The flickering glow settles into your gaze, and soon your eyes grow heavy, lids lowering like curtains at the close of day. Beside the chair, a small wooden table holds a cup. Steam rises from it, spiraling upward in silver threads. When you lift it, the ceramic is warm against your palms. You take a sip, and the taste is honeyed, spiced with cinnamon and chamomile. The liquid soothes your throat, your chest, your very spirit, and with each swallow, your body grows heavier. Sinking deeper into the chair's embrace, from the rafters above, a gentle sound drifts. The rhythmic tapping of a loom. Not sharp, not demanding, but soft, steady, familiar. Click, clack, click, clack. As though the world beyond this cottage is still weaving, still holding you safe within its pattern, your breath begins to follow it. Inhale with the click, exhale with the clack, rhythm older than words, older than memory. Each cycle draws you closer to stillness. The fire whispers, the chair cradles, the cup warms, and the loom continues, its threads humming quietly in the distance. And then a sound, softer than the fire, softer than the loom. The sound of fabric being drawn across the floor. You turn your gaze slow, drowsy, and see another tapestry hanging upon the far wall. But it shimmers faintly in the firelight. The threads ripple as though stirred by an unseen breeze, and in its patterns, shapes begin to emerge. Not landscapes, not stars, but moments, memories, perhaps your own. The tapestry trembles, as though alive, threads shimmering with hidden breath. The firelight touches it gently, and in that light, shapes begin to form. At first they are only colors, a brush of green, a streak of gold, a wash of deep indigo. But as you watch the colors swirl together, intertwining like rivers meeting, until they begin to resemble something familiar, you lean forward slowly, your body heavy but curious. And there, woven into the cloth, is a meadow from long ago.
The grass sways thread by thread.
1,000 shades of green shifting together.
Wildflowers bloom in stitches of yellow, red, and soft violet.
The sky above it glows in hues of silk blue, woven with such care that it seems to stretch endlessly as if you could step right into it. The sound of the loom echoes faintly within the image. Click, clack, click, clack. Each beat seems to expand the scene, to bring more of it into being. And with each click, your breath deepens. With each clack, your heart slows. As you gaze upon the meadow, you remember warmth. You remember sunlight on your skin, the feeling of grass beneath your fingertips, the distant hum of bees. Moving lazily from flower to flower, you remember a gentle breeze, the kind that carries no chill, only the perfume of blossoms and the soft hush of leaves. The tapestry shifts again. Now there is movement. Children laugh, their voices silent but felt like echoes in your chest. They chase one another through the woven grass, their feet barely disturbing the threads. One pauses to pluck a flower, holding it high, and the bloom glows brighter than any other. It feels familiar. Not a memory you can name, but one you know belongs to you. Perhaps from childhood, or perhaps from a dream you once had and forgot. The tapestry does not explain, and it does not need to. It simply shows you what your heart has carried all along. The fire sighs in the hearth. The logs shift, and a gentle cascade of sparks drifts upward. The warmth reaches your skin, mixing with the comfort of the vision before you. Slowly, the meadow fades, the threads sliding back into softness, colors dimming until the wall holds only woven shadow once more. But you are not left empty. The peace of the meadow remains inside you. The laughter still lingers, gentle and steady, as if tucked into your very breath. Click, clack, click, clack, clack. The loom continues its song, and you realize there will be more. More visions, more tapestries, each carrying a story meant only for you. Click, clack, click, clack. The rhythm begins again, gentle, certain, steady. This time, threads rise like tall trees. At first only shadows, dark shapes on pale fabric, but slowly they fill with color. Deep browns, soft greens, whispers of silver gray. Before your eyes, a forest unfolds. Its canopy is stitched with such delicate skill that you can almost hear the leaves rustle. The trunks rise like guardians, woven with lines of strength, their roots stretching downward, deep and unshakable. The tapestry breathes, and suddenly, you are standing on the edge of the path. It winds between the trees, narrow and soft, lined with moss so thick that each step would feel like resting on velvet. A hush falls here. Even the firelight in the room seems to grow still, as though it too is listening to the forest. Your breath slows. The air is cool, but not unfriendly. It carries the faintest fragrance of pine and earth, of something green and timeless. Each inhalation draws peace into you. Each exhalation releases weight, letting it sink into the ground. Click, clack, clack, clack. The loom pulls you forward, and so you step into the path. The forest wraps around you, a living tapestry. Sunlight filters through the branches, falling in soft golden beams. Tiny motes drift in the light, like flecks of thread set loose from the weaver's hand. They move lazily, spinning and tumbling as though caught in an eternal dance. Somewhere nearby, a brook sings softly. Not loud, not rushing, only a delicate murmur, a lullaby of water sliding over stone. Its rhythm joins the loom, merging with click, clack, to form a chorus of endless calm. As you walk, you notice a gentle presence. Perhaps it is the forest itself. Perhaps it is the loom's design, watching quietly, guiding your steps. Whatever it is, you are safe here. Protected, carried, wrapped in woven light and shadow. The path winds deeper. The air grows softer still. Your eyelids heavy now. Want to follow the path downward too, into rest, into dream. And as your gaze drifts across the tapestry, you notice tiny creatures. Birds stitched in threads of gold, wings spread as though ready to take flight. They move without sound, but you can feel their song. It hums in your bones, a note of joy, a promise that you are not alone. The tapestry shifts, and you find a bench woven from wood and stone, waiting for you at the edge of the path. It invites you to sit, to pause, to rest. So you do. The forest waits with you. You settle onto the woven bench, and the forest holds its breath. For a long, quiet moment, there is only stillness. Then, almost imperceptibly, the light begins to change. The golden beams of sun soften, dim, stretching long shadows across the forest floor. The tapestry is shifting again. The weaver's shuttle glides. Click, clack, click, clack, drawing evening into being. Blues thread through the canopy, purples find their place along the horizon, and soon the forest rests beneath a velvet dusk. A single star appears, stitched in silver thread, gleaming just above the treetops, then another and another, until the sky overhead is a quilt of constellations. Each star pulses faintly, like a candle in the distance, their glow gentle enough to lull your heart into deeper quiet. The air shifts too. It's cooler now, but with a sweetness that fills the lungs like a lullaby. The breeze stirs the branches, rustling them in whispers that sound like secrets shared long ago. They lean close, these trees of the loom, as if eager to tell you stories only the stars remember. Somewhere ahead, the brook still sings, but its song has softened, more tender now, as if it too has grown drowsy. Its water glimmers under starlight, tiny sparks like diamonds woven into the flowing thread. You rise from the bench, not hurried, just carried by curiosity, and follow the path deeper. The ground is soft beneath your steps, a cushion of moss springing lightly, guiding you onward. The path opens into a clearing, and there a glade unfolds. Its circle is wide and serene, framed by tall trees that bow inward like guardians. At the center, a stone basin rests, carved long ago and filled with still water. The surface is a mirror. It reflects the stars above with such clarity that it seems you are peering into another sky, one hidden deep in the earth. Two skies, one above, one below, woven into perfect harmony. You kneel beside the basin. The water is so clear that you feel compelled to dip a hand within. It is cool, refreshing, but not startling. Instead, it flows like a blessing, slipping over your skin, soothing every line of tension. As droplets fall back, ripples spread across the mirrored surface. The stars above seem to shimmer in response, dancing gently, like a lullaby made visible. Click, clack. Click, clack. The loom never ceases. Its rhythm continues, steady as a heartbeat, steady as breath. And as you watch the rippling water, you feel the loom's presence within your own chest. Your breath has become its shuttle. Inhale, a thread of calm. Exhale, a thread of release. Back and forth, woven into stillness. The forest grows hushed again. You sense something waiting, something kind, something ancient. The tapestry is ready to reveal its next wonder. The glade holds you in stillness, and the mirrored basin glimmers faintly. For a long moment, you simply breathe, your reflection mingling with stars, your body softened into serenity. Then, a shift. The ripples in the water do not fade as they should. Instead, they gather, they fold inward, until the surface begins to glow. Threads of light rise slowly from the basin, like silver mist unwinding from a spool. The threads weave themselves upward, spiraling gracefully until they take form. At first, you see only a figure of light, faint and fragile, as though it were spun of moonbeams. But with each heartbeat, the image strengthens. It is tall, but not imposing. Its presence feels like warmth after winter's chill, like the hush of dawn. Before the first bird sings, The figure is draped in shimmering strands of tapestry. Colors ripple across its robe, changing with the rhythm of the loom. Emerald greens, deep indigos, golden threads that sparkle as though alive. Its face is gentle, not carved but woven. Soft patterns of light that shift with every glance. Its eyes, though, are steady. They glow with kindness like hearth embers, banked for the night. When it speaks, the voice is not loud. It is like the rustling of leaves, the sigh of water flowing, the whisper of cloth drawn across wooden frames. Child of the loom, it murmurs, you have walked far into the threads. Do you feel how they hold you? You feel how they cradle your breath? You nod, though no words form. The figure seems to smile, not with lips, but with the warmth that expands from it, like a blanket pulled close. Every tapestry, the voice continues, is made of countless strands, and yet not one strand is alone. Each leans on the others, each supports and is supported. Even you, little one, are a thread, strong and shining, part of something vast. The figure lifts its hand, woven fingers shimmering faintly. It gestures toward the basin, and the water glows brighter. In its surface, you see threads, not just stars this time, but countless lines of light, intertwining, interlacing, stretching beyond sight. You realize they are lives, stories, moments, all woven together. You watch them move, each thread crossing another, sometimes tangled, sometimes smooth, but always connected. Breathe, the figure whispers. So you do. Inhale, and a thread of light pulses. Exhale, and it softens, settling into the weave. You begin to understand. Each breath you take is not lost. It joins the loom. It strengthens the fabric. It is received, cherished, woven. Click, clack, click, clack. The loom's rhythm echoes stronger now, as though it approves. The sound no longer feels distant. It is within the glade. It is within your chest. The guardian figure folds its shimmering hands, watching you with eyes of woven stars. You belong, it whispers. Oh. And as the words sink in, the clearing deepens into peace. The guardian's words linger, settling over you like a soft cloak. You belong. Simple, gentle, yet carrying the weight of centuries of weaving. The glade grows stiller, as if the trees lean closer, listening. The stars above shimmer faintly, their reflections dancing upon the basin. The air smells faintly of cedar and of cool water flowing unseen. You feel no fear, only a steady calm. Like a child, wrapped in blankets, safe by a quiet hearth, the guardian lifts one hand, the smallest motion, a strand of glowing thread appears, spun out of the air itself. It drifts forward, floating gently toward you. You extend your fingers. The thread brushes against your palm, is warm but not burning, smooth but alive, like holding a whisper made solid as you touch it. Memories bloom within your mind. See a cottage window, firelight glowing warmly. You hear laughter, your own from long ago. You remember a hand once holding yours, guiding you down a path. A small kindness, a smile, a word you had forgotten, woven back into light. The guardian's voice drifts to you. Every thread remembers. Nothing is ever truly lost. It becomes part of the loom. You hold the glowing strand close, and it slowly curls around your wrist, not binding, but comforting. Bracelet of belonging, a reminder. The guardian gestures once more, and the basin brightens further. Shapes emerge, not just strands, but doorways made of woven light. Arches, gateways, passages hidden between threads. The guardian's gaze softens. There are paths, it whispers, that only open to those who listen. Would you walk them? You breathe deeply and nod. The loom's rhythm rises again. Click, clack, click, clack, like footsteps on a wooden floor. The sound aligns with your heartbeat, steady and calm. The nearest archway shimmers, its borders woven of golden thread, glowing gently in the night air. Beyond it lies no forest, no glade, but a corridor of woven cloth. Its walls ripple like fabric in a breeze, yet they stand tall, solid, safe. The guardian does not follow. It only bows its head, woven features glowing faintly. Go, it murmurs. What? The loom welcomes you. Each path is a dream, each dream a strand, and each strand a gift. You step forward, Your feet light upon the soft grass. The golden arch expands to meet you. The air hums as you cross its threshold. For a heartbeat, you feel suspended between forest and dream. Between earth and tapestry, then you land gently upon a new path, woven beneath your feet. It is soft, like walking upon layers of silk. The walls shimmer, threads drifting like curtains in the breeze. Behind you, the glade fades, though the guardian's words echo faintly still. You belong. Ahead, the path beckons, and the loom's gentle clicking guides your every step. The woven corridor stretches before you, endless, yet not heavy. The fabric shifts softly, like curtains swaying with a breeze. It feels alive, as though each thread watches gently, guiding your way. The floor beneath your feet is cushioned, springy, like moss after a gentle rain. Each step you take is muffled, absorbed by the weave, as if you are walking on clouds. The air glows faintly. Not from lamps or torches, but from the threads themselves. Some shine with silver gleam, others with golden warmth, and others shimmer faintly blue, like twilight skies captured in silk. Your breathing slows, your body feels lighter, as though the corridor itself is breathing with you. Inhale, the threads shimmer brighter. Exhale, the walls sigh softly, their colors deepening. You follow the rhythm, your steps matching the loom's faint beat. Click, clack, click, clack. The sound is always near, never loud, but constant. A companion in this woven world. After a time, the corridor widens. It does not open into a grand chamber, but into a space that feels intimate, like the inside of a cocoon. The walls bow outward, woven into spirals. Each spiral glows with a different hue, like threads dipped in rainbow light. In the center lies a woven seat, soft and low, shaped like a cradle of cloth. It seems to invite you gently, wordlessly. You lower yourself onto it. The fabric yields beneath you, holding your weight, then rises slightly, enveloping you in comfort. It is neither too warm nor too cool. It is perfect. As you sit, the spirals on the walls begin to move. Slowly, like the turning of galaxies, they rotate, their colors blending. Red into orange, orange into gold, gold into green, then into softest blue. The hues flow endlessly, never clashing, only blending. A hush falls. Even the loom's clicks grow softer, as though it, too, is watching. Within the spirals, shapes form like shadows behind fabric. Then clearer, tiny scenes woven of light. See a field of wildflowers swaying in the wind. You see a child chasing fireflies, their laughter silent, yet warm. You see waves rolling gently onto a quiet shore, stars reflected upon the water. Each spiral tells a story. Not loud, not insistent, but soft, like memories long forgotten, drifting back in a dream. The seat beneath you rocks faintly, as though the loom cradles you. Your eyelids grow heavy, though you do not resist. Here, in the woven cocoon, it feels safe to rest, safe to dream. Voice. Perhaps the loom itself, perhaps your own heart, whispers, rest here. Let the stories wrap you. Threads will hold you until you are ready to walk again. And so you breathe slowly, letting the spirals spin on, each one weaving a softer dream within your dream. The spirals continue to turn, slow, steady, endlessly patient. Each color merges into the next, yet within their shifting light, something new begins to take shape. The woven scenes no longer feel distant. They lean closer, as though the fabric itself is curious about you. The patterns are not random now. They're chosen. They are yours. One spiral glows brighter than the rest, a soft gold. Like sunlight at dawn, and from within its weave you glimpse a familiar path. It might be a lane from childhood, lined with trees whose leaves rustled gently, or perhaps a garden you once wandered, where time itself seemed to pause. The spiral remembers what you remember, and shares it back with you. You breathe in, and the memory grows sharper. The air smells of blossoms. The wind carries laughter, distant, yet tender. It is as though the loom is reaching into your own heart, drawing threads from it, and weaving them into the walls around you. Another spiral stirs, this one deep blue like night skies. Its light flickers like candle flame. And within it, you see a dream you once held. Perhaps it was a place you longed to travel. Perhaps a hope you whispered to the stars. The loom has not forgotten. Dreams are threads too, woven into the tapestry of your being. Exhale slowly, and the blue spiral sways gently, its scene shimmering. The dream is not gone. It rests here, waiting, patient, woven safe. The cradle beneath you rocks once more. Your body grows heavier, but not with burden, with peace. It is the heaviness of release, the way leaves drift down from their branches in autumn, surrendering to the earth below. The loom whispers again, though no voice is heard. It speaks through stillness, through color, through the rhythm of breath. All that you are is woven here. Nothing is lost. Every joy, every sorrow, every dream, every step. All are threads in the greater cloth, and the cloth is endless. The spirals slow, their colors deepening. Gold turns to amber. Blue shifts into violet. Green rests into silver. The hues fade into one another like the soft blending of twilight into night. The cradle rocks gently again, and your thoughts grow distant. It is no longer necessary to remember each detail. Tapestry remembers for you. Your only task is to rest, to breathe, to let yourself drift. The corridor fades, the spirals soften, until there is nothing left but the loom's heartbeat. Click, clack, click, clack. Steady, soothing, eternal. And as the sound wraps around you, you feel it anchor you in a place beyond time. Here, you are safe. Here, you are whole. Here, you may close your eyes and let the dream deepen. The loom's heartbeat continues. Click, clack, click, clack. And with every sound, a new vision stirs at the edge of the tapestry. It begins with green, soft, endless shades of it. A forest unfolds, each tree rising from threads of emerald and jade. Leaves shimmer with silver light, and when the breeze drifts through, you hear the gentle rustle of thousands of tiny whispers. The forest is not crowded, is spacious, inviting, welcoming. The trunks are tall and steady, pillars of peace, their bark etched with ancient lines, as if each tree carries a story woven into its skin. The ground beneath them is soft with moss, and the air carries the scent of earth, fresh and grounding. A path leads through this woven forest, lit by golden rays that filter down. Through the leafy canopy above, follow the path with your gaze, and though your body remains still and heavy in the cradle, your spirit feels as though it glides gently forward. Each step in the vision is a step into calmness, deeper and deeper, soothing you further still. The forest opens, and before you lies the sea, threads of turquoise, threads of deep sapphire, threads of white foam, spread wide and endless. The waves rise and fall in slow motion, as though the ocean itself breathes with you. You listen, and the sound of the sea is steady, reassuring. The waves curl and release, just as your chest rises and falls, rises and falls. The loom has captured the rhythm of tides, woven them here so that you may rest within their song, above the sea. A sky spreads vast and open. First it is painted in soft hues, the pale pink of dawn, the warm blush of morning. But as the tapestry shifts, day turns to twilight, and twilight to night. One by one, stars appear, tiny pinpricks of silver threads scattered across velvet fabric. They twinkle gently, not in sharpness, but in kindness. Their light feels alive, almost breathing, like old friends watching over you. You tilt your gaze upward, and the stars begin to gather. They cluster, they swirl, they dance into constellations. Familiar patterns emerge: a hunter, a swan, a great bear. Each shape shimmers softly, guiding you deeper into the quiet night. And then, beyond the constellations, the loom unveils a river of light, the Milky Way itself, stitched from millions of threads, a cosmic tapestry within the tapestry. It stretches across the sky, vast, endless, calm. You breathe slowly, and the stars seem to breathe with you. Inhale, they glow brighter. Exhale, they soften. Resting, the universe itself rocks you now, a cradle among galaxies. And through it all, the loom continues. Click, clack, click, clack. Steady, eternal, soothing. As the cosmic river glides above, the tapestry shifts again. The threads turn warmer, softer, more intimate. Far away, beyond the grand sweep of stars, a cottage begins to take shape. It rises gently from the loom's design, as though it had always been there, waiting to be discovered. The cottage walls are woven from threads of stone, gray, and cream, and ivy climbs along the edges, stitched in quiet green. The roof is thatched with golden strands, glowing faintly, as though kissed by sunlight that lingers even in the night. Smoke curls lazily from a chimney at the top. The smoke itself is made of silver thread, spiraling and fading like a sigh. It drifts upward into the dark sky, where it blends with starlight, becoming part of the heavens. Inside the cottage, a hearth glows. You cannot hear the loom now for just a moment, because the sound of the fire becomes all-encompassing. It's the gentle crackle, the soft pop, the warmth that you can almost feel against your skin. The flames shift in color, from amber to gold, from crimson to ember glow, each hue soothing, each flicker lulling you deeper. The fire is not wild, it does not consume, it is steady, controlled, safe. It invites you to draw close, to rest by its light. A chair sits near the hearth, woven from deep brown thread, its cushions soft, filled with the memory of many rests. You imagine yourself settling into it, your body sinking, your limbs heavy, your mind quiet. The chair seems to hold you as though it was created just for this moment. A wooden table stands nearby, crafted from warm oak. On it rests a teapot, its porcelain white and blue, steam curling upward in elegant swirls. The tea is fragrant, herbal, gentle, a blend of chamomile and lavender. Even in imagination, the scent is calming, the promise of peace held in a single cup. Windows look out from this tapestry cottage, and through them you see a garden. By day it would be bright with flowers, but here, in this twilight weaving, the blossoms glow faintly, as if each petal holds a spark of moonlight. There are roses, their folds of red woven from deep velvet thread. There are lilies, pale and silver white, soft as clouds. And tiny wildflowers scatter the ground, threads of violet and blue, like starlight that has fallen onto the earth. The garden hums quietly, not with noise, but with presence. The sense that life here is gentle, abundant, and endlessly kind. You step through this woven space, each breath slower, each thought lighter. The cottage, the fire, the garden, all seem to whisper the same thing. Rest, rest, rest. And somewhere beyond, the loom continues its rhythm, steady, eternal, click, clack, click. From the hearth's warmth and the glow of the garden, the threads begin to turn again. The loom does not rest, though its rhythm grows slower, as though matching the pulse of your breath. Click, clack, click. The tapestry stretches wider. Beyond the cottage walls, new patterns unfold. They are sanctuaries, hidden places, woven just for the quiet soul. The first to appear is a library. Its shelves rise tall, crafted from mahogany threads, rich and deep. Each shelf holds countless volumes, their spines stitched with tiny golden letters, shimmering faintly like stars caught in cloth. The air here is hushed, filled with the soft scent of aged parchment and ink. Candles glow in Rotterdam sconces, their flames steady, never wavering, casting a warm amber light. You run your fingers along the spines of books. They hum gently, not with sound, but with memory. Each book holds a dream, a story, a fragment of wisdom. And though you cannot open them all, you feel soothed simply knowing they are there, waiting, resting quietly in the dark. In the center of the library, a long table is set. Upon it rests a single book, open to a blank page. And as you gaze at it, words begin to form, not written in ink, but woven in silver thread. The story is your own, your journey, your dreams. Each line appearing slowly, gently, as though the loom itself has decided to honor you. From the library, a doorway emerges, arched and inviting. It leads you into a courtyard. Here, moonlight spills across stone pathways, soft and cool. The stones themselves are woven in shades of gray-blue, like polished river pebbles. A fountain trickles in the center. Its water is pure thread of crystal, falling and catching the moonlight. The sound is gentle, a soft cascade that soothes every part of you. Around the fountain, vines climb in spirals, blooming with night flowers that open only in silence. Above the courtyard, the sky is stitched wide and clear. Stars shimmer not distant but close, as though you could reach up and gather them in your hands. Every breath here feels lighter. The air is cool, tinged with the scent of jasmine. It is a place of pause, a sanctuary within a sanctuary. Beyond the courtyard, another doorway shimmers. It is half hidden by trailing ivy, half shadowed by moonlight. It feels secret, special, as though only you were meant to find it. And as you step closer, you realize the tapestry has given you a key, lies warm in your hand, woven from threads of gold, hums softly, inviting you to open the hidden door to discover what lies within. Click, click, click. The loom waits. The golden key hums gently in your palm, its warmth sinking into your skin like the glow of a hidden ember. You lift it toward the ivy-shadowed door, and as the key turns, the door itself sighs a soft exhale, as though it has been waiting centuries for your touch. The doorway swings inward, revealing a chamber lit by starlight. Not from candles, nor from lamps, but from the walls themselves. They are woven of midnight blue threads, shimmering faintly, as if the very fabric of the night sky has been gathered here. The air inside is cool, yet gentle, like the breath of a quiet cave. Every sound is hushed, so that even your footsteps become whispers. At the heart of the chamber, a pedestal rises. Upon it rests a small chest, crafted from woven oak, its edges lined with silver filigree. The chest is simple, yet it carries an aura of something sacred. When you place your hand upon it, you feel not weight, but lightness, as if it contains not gold or jewels, but something finer, something softer. With a steady hand, you lift the lid. Inside are treasures, not material, but symbolic. Each one glimmers with a calm energy, threads of silver and pearl. The first is a feather. It is woven so delicately it seems it might float away. Touching it brings a sensation of release. The letting go of burdens, of heavy thoughts, tells you are lighter than you know. The second is a small vial, its glass walls transparent, its liquid glowing faintly. It swirls with soft hues: lavender, indigo, pale rose. When you hold it close, a fragrance rises. The calming blend of lavender fields, morning rain, and the faintest trace of honey. Rest is near, and rest is safe. The third is a key, smaller than the golden one you carry. This one is woven from crystal threads, clear and luminous. It does not open doors of wood, but doors of memory, of dreams, of imagination. It whispers. You may wander freely, and all paths lead to peace. You close the chest, but its treasures remain with you, not carried in your hands, but gently placed within your spirit. Around the pedestal, other objects begin to appear: woven chairs with cushions soft as clouds, a low table where teacups rest, their steam curling like silk. There is no rush here, only invitation. You sit in one of the chairs. Its embrace is gentle, fitting to your shape, as though it has been waiting only for you. The teacup warms your hands, and when you sip, the liquid is comfort itself. Sweet, soothing, melting tension away with every swallow. The loom's echo follows even here. Click, clack, click, clack. Its rhythm is slow now, like the drowsy beating of a heart. It tells you that this chamber, this sanctuary, exists for you alone, woven into the tapestry of your rest. As you set your cup aside, you notice the chamber is no longer still. Its woven walls begin to shift, threads loosening, stretching upward, until they form an arching dome overhead. The ceiling becomes translucent, revealing an endless night sky. Stars appear one by one, like tiny lanterns being lit by unseen hands. First a cluster here, then a line there, until constellations glow above you. The bear, the swan, the serpent winding its long body through the velvet dark. Each star is not distant, but close enough to touch with your eyes. They twinkle gently, not sharp or harsh, but soft, like fireflies hovering in a meadow. The loom's rhythm echoes faintly, and you realize these constellations are woven too. Every star is a knot of light on a vast celestial tapestry. Click, clack, click, clack. The sound is patient, steady, like the universe itself taking a quiet breath. A gentle breeze flows into the room, though no windows are visible. It smells of pine forests, of cool rivers, and faintly of wildflowers. The breeze carries with it a low hum, a song without words, the lullaby of the cosmos. You lean back in the chair, your body sinking further into its woven embrace. The dome above you seems to spin slowly, not dizzying, but calming, like the turning of a great wheel. And then you notice a thread of starlight descending from the dome. It drifts downward, soft as silk, until it rests in your lap. You touch it, and it hums faintly like the plucked string of a harp. It glows a little brighter where your fingers trace along its length. This thread feels alive, responsive, gentle, offering no demands. At 8 invites you to follow. With curiosity, you rise from the chair. Thread lifts with you, stretching upward, leading your gaze to a particular constellation. It is the Weaver's Star, a small cluster of light shaped like a hand holding a needle. The thread hums again, and you feel warmth in your chest, as though the star itself recognizes you. A soft voice, not spoken aloud, but heard inside your calm mind, murmurs. Every dream is a stitch, every thought a thread. Tonight you weave rest. The words drift like mist, settling into your being. You breathe them in, and with each exhale, your body feels looser, lighter, as if the loom of sleep has already begun its quiet work. Above, the stars continue their dance, slow, measured, eternal. You realize that time here is not like time outside. It flows differently, gently, like a river in twilight. It carries you along without effort. You let the starlit thread guide you, knowing it will not lead you astray. Click-clack, click-clack. The sound echoes once more, blending with the hush of the stars. The loom is never far. It waits patiently, always weaving, always singing, always reminding you are safe. The orb before you glows faintly, casting soft ripples of silver light across the woven floor. As it steadies, others begin to rise, one by one, slowly lifting from the velvet table. The first drifts past your shoulder, its glow warm, its hum soft, like the purring of a distant cat. Within it, you glimpse a meadow. Tall grasses sway, rustling softly as the breeze passes through them. A single oak tree stands proudly in the distance, its branches wide and protective. The orb turns gently, showing you wildflowers of every shade, their petals trembling as though whispering to one another. Another orb floats upward. This one is cooler in tone, its light blue and soft, like the hush of twilight. Inside, a shoreline stretches endlessly. Waves lap the sand, with slow, deliberate rhythm, a sound that feels like breathing. The orb hovers close, inviting you to lean in, to hear the waves more clearly. And yes, if you listen, they carry lullabies, ancient and tender, woven by the tide itself. A third orb spins slowly around you, glows golden, and within it is a library, walls covered floor to ceiling with books. Some are open, their pages fluttering, though no wind stirs. The books whisper to one another, as though alive, as though each one longs to be read by gentle eyes. No orbs continue to rise, circling you, each one a dream, each one a story waiting to unfold. Some are gardens, some are mountains, some are bustling marketplaces, alive with color and warmth, and some are quiet cottages, simple places where a single candle burns. In welcome, they revolve around you now, like moons around a planet, a soft constellation of rest woven just for you. Each orb is a dream, a possibility, a resting place for weary minds. You sense that they do not belong only to you. They are collective, woven together from countless dreamers who have walked this path before. The starlit thread hums again, and you notice a pedestal at the far end of the room. It is empty, waiting. The thread in your hand gently coils upward, resting in the hollow of the pedestal. For a moment, the entire observatory stills. The constellations pause their turning. The glowing orbs grow brighter. Then, from the pedestal, a new orb forms, woven of your breath, your calmness, your readiness for sleep. Inside it, you glimpse yourself, resting deeply, wrapped in a dream of absolute peace. It feels strange, yet comforting, to see rest already waiting for you, woven ahead of time. Click, clack, click, clack. The loom sound echoes faintly, though it feels distant now, as though it has stepped aside to let you rest fully in this chamber. The celestial observatory glows warmly around you, a library of dreams, a sanctuary of rest. You are not a visitor here. You're part of it, single star thread, in an endless, gentle weave. The starlit thread pulls you gently, not tugging, but guiding, as though it knows the pace of your breath. You walk slowly, and with every step, the chamber reshapes itself around you. The woven walls dissolve into silver mist. The floor beneath your feet becomes a path of soft threads, braided together like a river of silk. Each step produces the faintest shimmer, a tiny pulse of light that lingers before fading. The thread in your hand stretches forward, leading you to a great doorway, taller than any cathedral gate, yet woven of the same gentle strands you've seen throughout this place. It glows with quiet authority, inviting you to step through. You cross the threshold. The other side is a vast observatory, not made of stone or glass, but of interlaced light. The walls are circular, woven entirely of constellations. They spin slowly like the inside of a celestial clock, each star a gear turning in absolute harmony. At the center of the observatory stands a great table, its surface a dark velvet cloth. Upon it rest glowing orbs, some bright, some dim, each pulsing softly as though alive. You approach one, it hums faintly. Just like the thread in your hand, inside the orb is a tiny scene, like a memory caught in crystal. You lean closer. It shows a forest at dawn, mist curling between the trees, birds taking flight in golden light. Another orb glows nearby. Within it a river flows endlessly, its waters glittering as though stars themselves were dissolving in it. And another, a quiet cottage. Smoke rising from the chimney, its windows lit as though someone waits there with warmth and welcome. The starlit thread hums faintly in your hand, but now it has no weight. It feels less like a guide and more like an extension of you, a reminder that you are part of this weaving. The loom's echo grows quieter still, click, clack, fainter now, like a memory more than a sound. The observatory wishes you to choose. Which dream calls to you tonight? Perhaps the meadow where the grasses sway, and the oak tree waits, or the shoreline where the lull of the waves rocks you endlessly, like a cradle. Or maybe the golden library, its books whispering in voices older than time. Each orb slows its circling, hovering close, as if bowing before you, patient, willing, waiting. Your breath matches their rhythm. Inhale, and the orbs glow brighter. Exhale, and they drift closer. You are not choosing alone. The tapestry itself is choosing with you. You reach out slowly, your hand moving through the quiet, the starlit thread twining softly between your fingers. The orbs lean in like children waiting for a story, like waves reaching for the shore. You do not need to decide with thought. You decide with breath. On an exhale, your hand hovers over one. It glows in recognition, its light blooming brighter, its hum deepening, as though it has always known you would choose it. The orb drifts into your palm, surprisingly light, as if woven from mist. It pulses softly, and the world around you bends, folding like fabric, stitching itself anew. The loom grows faint. The echo of wood fades to nothing. The other orbs bow back, their light dimming, their hums quieting, promising they will wait for another night. Another story. And then the chosen dream blossoms open. Light spills, gentle and endless, washing over you like the tide washing the shore. You step forward. The ground beneath your feet changes, softening, becoming earth, becoming grass, or perhaps sand, depending on which orb you chose. It does not matter, for it is familiar, safe, the place your heart longed for. The air shifts too. It carries scents, fresh meadow blooms, salty sea spray, or the faint musk of old books. It settles around you warmly, wrapping you as though the dream itself were a blanket. You look upward, and the sky glows with a calm twilight, not too dark, not too bright. A perfect balance, a time outside of time, a forever dusk made only for you. A breeze wanders by, slow, gentle, a caress across your face. It stirs the grasses, or the waves, or the candle smoke, whatever landscape has unfolded for you. The breeze carries whispers, soft voices, gentle reassurances. You are safe. You are held. You are home. Each step you take seems to sink deeper into calm. The dream wraps around you, not as something separate, but as something you are part of. Every blade of grass, every wave, every book, every petal, woven with you, woven into you. Far ahead, you notice a seat prepared. Perhaps a carved wooden bench beneath the oak tree, perhaps a smooth rock. At the edge of the shoreline, perhaps a cushioned chair beside the library's glowing hearth. It waits for you, silent, welcoming, inviting. And when you sit, the dream deepens, the ground steadies, the air grows warmer. The silence becomes alive with the faintest sounds, leaves stirring, waves lapping, pages turning. You exhale fully, and with that breath you feel yourself sinking, as though the dream itself is holding you in its arms. And then the tapestry begins to move again. For what you chose tonight was not just a place, it was a story woven for you, woven by you, and it has only just begun. The dream unfurls slowly, like a sail catching its first breath of wind. It does not rush, it does not hurry. It knows there is no need. All things in dreams move at the pace of your heart. The light of the orb has settled into the landscape, woven itself into the air, the ground, the horizon. And as you sit, you realize the glow is not fading. It is breathing life. The light does not blind. It softens. It curves around every shape, like moonlight folding itself over water and stone. It is the kind of light that loves without being seen, the kind of light that does not demand attention, but gives it, and the world responds. In the meadow, flowers open one by one, their petals lifting slowly, their colors glowing faint in twilight hues. Each bloom nods in rhythm with your inhale, with your exhale. By the sea, waves stretch farther, glistening like liquid glass. Foam gathers at the edges and drifts away, never rushing, only returning, like a promise that nothing is ever truly lost. In the library, candles flicker higher, their flames bending, but never breaking. Dust motes float in shafts of gold, each tiny spark a star fallen close just for you. You listen. There is no rush of noise, no clamoring, only the rhythm of a dream breathing beside you. Then a sound, gentle and low, almost like a chord on a harp. It seems to come from nowhere, and yet it surrounds you. It rises slowly, then fades, then rises again. A pattern, a lull, a cradle song made of light itself. You lean into it, your shoulders release, your jaw softens, your hands grow heavy. Every muscle listens, and every muscle agrees. It is time to let go. As you sink deeper, you notice the air shifting again. It is warmer now, or cooler, perfectly matched to what your body asks for. The dream knows. The dream answers. Shapes gather at the edge of sight, not threatening, not looming, simply waiting. Shadows of trees, perhaps, or silhouettes of gentle figures. Guardians made of memory and starlight. They do not approach, they stand watch. Quiet sentinels woven by your own need for safety. The harp-like hum swells again. It ripples through the earth, through the waves, through the shelves of books. It moves through your chest as well, settling behind your ribs, soft as a second heartbeat. And with every breath, the world grows softer. Edges blur, details fade, but the calm remains, constant, anchored, ever yours. A gentle thought drifts through your mind. Perhaps this is what the loom weaves. Not tapestries of cloth, not stories of grandeur, but nights like this. Moments of stillness, moments of safety, moments of surrender. But you close your eyes, and the dream does not vanish. It deepens. The colors remain, the sounds remain, the light remains. All of it folds inward, settling into you as though you yourself are becoming the tapestry. And somewhere in the distance, the loom whispers, not in words, but in rhythm. You are part of the weaving. You are part of the song. You are never outside the dream. The dream carries you forward, though you feel no movement. There is no road beneath your feet, no carriage, no steps taken. And yet, something inside tells you that you are being guided toward the center. It is not a center you can see. It is not a place with walls or doors. It is a center the way the heart is a center. Quiet, pulsing, the still point around which everything turns. The harp-like hum grows steadier. It is no longer a distant sound. It is here. It is everywhere. The song bends with your breathing, aligns with the slow rise of your chest, with the easeful fall that follows. Inhale. The light brightens. Exhale. The glow deepens. A rhythm too perfect to be chance. A rhythm older than clocks, older than time. The figures at the edge of sight remain. Their presence is calm, protective, never demanding. They seem woven from memory, perhaps from every soft glance you've ever received, every gentle word ever spoken to you. They are fragments of kindness made whole. One figure lifts a hand, not a command, not a summons, but a gesture of quiet reassurance. And as that hand moves, the dream stirs. Its blossoms turn, their petals swaying as though carried by unseen currents. Each flower becomes a lantern, each lantern a soft reminder that the way forward is always lit. The sea answers next. Surface smooths, the ripples widening, reflecting not sky, but threads of silver stretching into forever. The horizon is not an end. It is a gentle beginning, folded over and over again. The library follows. Its shelves shimmer faintly, as though the books themselves have chosen to breathe. A single page turns, though no hand touches it. The sound is featherlight, a whisper of parchment that feels like someone saying, "Yes, continue." You listen, you trust. Without knowing how, you are closer to the center. Your body sinks deeper, heavy yet held. Weightless, yet grounded. The paradox of safety. The dream hum now feels like a lullaby. It smooths every thought before it can fully form. It untangles the knots of the day, wraps each worry in silk so soft that even memory forgets why it held on. There is no struggle, no question. It's only this. A slow, steady drift toward the heart of stillness. And though your eyes are closed, you sense it, a space ahead. Wider than sky, softer than night, deeper than any sleep you have ever known. The figures remain behind, content at the edge. The meadow bows, the sea rests, the library closes its covers. And you are carried inward, where the loom waits. Its shuttle weaving threads of silence through every part of you. The loom does not rush. It does not force. It simply waits, allowing you to be woven whole. The loom stands in silence, yet it is not still. Its beams hum faintly, like the body of an instrument that has never forgotten its own music. You sense threads already stretched across it, not plain, not colored in any way you've known, but shimmering, translucent, changing with each blink of thought. They are woven from memory, from dream, from all the quiet hours. You never realized it gathered around you. The shuttle rests nearby. It's not in motion, not yet, but its presence feels inevitable. It's like a tide that must rise, like dawn that will come. It waits for the moment to begin. You listen. The hum deepens. It isn't sound alone. It's touch, it's warmth, it's presence that brushes against your very chest. Inhale, a thread brightens. Exhale. It slides across the loom, settling perfectly into place. Each breath is a weaving. Each pause is a knot tied gently to hold it all together. The figures at the edge of the dream do not follow here. They remain outside, guardians of the threshold. This place belongs only to you. This weaving is yours alone. The threads begin to tell something. It's not in words, not in images, but in a softness you feel in the marrow of your bones. A story that cannot be spoken, but only experienced. It feels like comfort. It feels like belonging. It feels like the earth itself remembers your name. Your body is loosening further. Arms heavy, legs heavier still. Neck and shoulders giving way to rest. Even the tiny muscles around your eyes have released their hold. The loom continues. Thread upon thread, breath upon breath. It is not hurrying. It is not delaying. It moves in perfect step with the rhythm of your drifting. A sense grows stronger now, as though this loom has always been weaving you. That every night's sleep, every sigh of relief, every moment of quiet was another thread drawn. And tonight, you are only noticing it. The shuttle glides. Feel it, even though you cannot see it. Its path is smooth, patient, endlessly sure. It weaves silence into silence. It weaves light into rest. And as the weaving continues, your thoughts grow fewer, then lighter, then gone, like feathers carried off by a tide too gentle to resist. The loom does not need you to think. It only needs you to breathe, and you do, steady, slow. Perfect. The fabric being woven is not to be worn. It is not to be seen. It is to be lived. It is the tapestry of your rest, unfolding layer upon layer, until the dream itself is softer than sleep. And somewhere inside you understand, The loom is not outside you. It has never been separate. It is the quiet rhythm beating in your own chest, weaving night into peace, peace into night forever. The loom stands in silence, yet it is not still. Its beams hum faintly, like the body of an instrument that has never forgotten its own music. You sense threads already stretched across it, not plain, not colored in any way you've known, but shimmering, translucent, changing with each blink of thought. They are woven from memory, from dream, from all the quiet hours you never realized had gathered around you. The shuttle rests nearby. It's not in motion, not yet. But its presence feels inevitable. It's like a tide that must rise, like dawn that will come. It waits for the moment to begin. You listen. The hum deepens. It isn't sound alone. It's touch, it's warmth, it's presence that brushes against your very chest. Inhale, a thread brightens. Exhale, it slides across the loom, settling perfectly into place. Each breath is a weaving. Each pause is a knot tied gently to hold it all together. The figures at the edge of the dream do not follow here. They remain outside, guardians of the threshold. This place belongs only to you. This weaving is yours alone. The threads begin to tell something, not in words, not in images, but in a softness you feel in the marrow of your bones. A story that cannot be spoken, but only experienced. It feels like comfort. It feels like belonging. It feels like the earth itself remembers your name. Your body's loosening further. Arms heavy, legs heavier still, neck and shoulders giving way to rest. Even the tiny muscles around your eyes have released their hold. The loom continues. Thread upon thread, breath upon breath. It is not hurrying, it is not delaying. It moves in perfect step with the rhythm of your drifting. A sense grows stronger now, as though this loom has always been weaving you. That every night's sleep, every sigh of relief, every moment of quiet was another thread drawn, and tonight you are only noticing it. The shuttle glides. You feel it even though you cannot see it. Its path is smooth, patient, endlessly sure. It weaves silence into silence. It weaves light into rest. And as the weaving continues, your thoughts grow fewer, then lighter, then gone. Like feathers carried off by a tide too gentle to resist. The loom does not need you to think. It only needs you to breathe. And you do. Steady, slow, perfect. The fabric being woven is not to be worn, is not to be seen, it is to be lived. It is the tapestry of your rest, unfolding layer upon layer until the dream itself is softer than sleep. Somewhere inside you understand. The loom is not outside you. It has never been separate. It is the quiet rhythm beating in your own chest, weaving night into peace, peace into night forever. The tapestry has become so wide, so infinite, that there is no longer a frame. The loom itself seems to dissolve. Only the weaving remains. A vast expanse of soft threads stretching outward like a horizon that never ends. You notice now, it is no longer a tapestry of fabric. It is a tapestry of sky. Each thread is a star, shimmering faintly, held in perfect balance. Lines of silver connect them. Constellations forming and dissolving like tides of light. The darkness between them is not empty. It is rich, velvety, gentle, like the hush of deep night when the world sleeps without worry, a darkness that soothes, not frightens. You float inside it, and still you feel the weaving at work. Each slow thread pulls a weight from your chest. Each soft knot loosens a tension in your shoulders. Every star woven into place is like a blessing whispered, a reminder that all is safe, all is cared for, all is already whole. The shuttle moves slower still, back, forth, but now each glide feels longer, stretching into eternity, as though time itself is being rewoven, repaired, smoothed into gentleness. Your eyelids are heavy, but not just with sleep. They're heavy with peace, peace so complete, it fills you like warm water in a bath, surrounding every thought, every limb, every breath. The stars seem closer now. Some drift above your hands. Others curl softly around your feet. One hovers near your heart, a quiet golden thread of warmth. It does not burn. It simply rests there, glowing, steady, endlessly kind, you realize. This tapestry is not being woven for the world outside. It is being woven for you. Every pattern, every thread, every star has been placed with care to carry you gently into the sweetest sleep. The loom hums once more. A final tone, low and resonant, like a bell struck far away across a valley. The sound lingers, not in your ears, but in your chest. It vibrates softly, slowly. Slowing your heart, slowing your breath, slowing your thoughts. The tapestry sways around you. Yes, it moves like a cradle. You are being rocked now, gently, infinitely slowly, carried not by hands, but by the very fabric of peace. The shuttle rests. The loom grows still, the weaving is complete. And you are part of it. Star among stars, a thread among threads, woven perfectly into the endless night. Your breath softens. Your mind quiets. Your body melts deeper. You are safe. You are whole. You are asleep. The tapestry sways softly, like the rocking of waves that never break. The movement is so gentle that it feels as though you are drifting inside a dream that has no edges. The stars within the threads pulse faintly, not fast, not demanding, but like the rhythm of a calm heartbeat. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. The tapestry breathes with you, and you with it. Every boundary begins to blur. The loom is gone. The frame is gone. Even the idea of weaving dissolves. All that remains is a vast hush, a silence so complete it seems to hold you in its arms. Oh, you no longer know where your body ends and where the threads begin. You are not beside the tapestry. You are the tapestry. Your breath is one thread. Your thoughts are another. Your dreams, gentle and weightless, are woven in as patterns of light. The golden thread at your heart glows a little brighter. But its brightness is not sharp. It is a glow like a lantern seen through mist, soothing, safe. The warmth spreads, flowing into every star thread, until the entire fabric feels alive with kindness. The edges of the tapestry ripple. They do not hold you in place. Instead, they open outward, spreading endlessly, until the fabric is as wide as the universe itself. You feel yourself dissolving into it, not losing yourself, but becoming something larger, something softer, something endless. Your worries fade first. Each one slips into the weave, and once woven, they are no longer sharp, no longer heavy. They are transformed into gentle patterns that simply belong. Then your thoughts grow lighter. They stretch thin, like threads of mist, until they vanish. Into the background of the fabric, what remains is only peace. Pure, quiet peace. Peace that breathes slowly. Peace that hums softly. Peace that holds you completely. The tapestry cradles you like a lullaby that never ends. You sway within it, feeling the motion slow further and further until even the idea of movement fades away. There is no need to hold on. The threads hold you. There is no need to guide your breath. The fabric breathes for you. There is no need to dream. The tapestry dreams you. Not so you drift. Not into sleep alone, but into something deeper. A place without edges, without names, without time. Here you are not waiting for rest. You are rest. You are the silence. You are the stars. You are the infinite weaving, complete, whole, already home. The fabric stretches beyond the edges of thought. It is no longer a tapestry hanging in a room. It is the sky, the sea, the breath of the earth. It is the quiet rhythm that has always been here, beneath everything. You float inside it, weightless. Your body has forgotten heaviness, remembers only softness, only ease. Each thread shimmers faintly, not bright, not loud, but like the reflection of starlight. On a calm lake, a light that asks nothing, a light that simply rests. The golden thread that was once yours is no longer separate. It is merged into the great fabric, its glow indistinguishable from all the others, and yet you feel it everywhere. It is no longer your thread. It is the thread of being itself. Breath slows, time slows. Even the heartbeat slows until it becomes a soft drum far in the distance. Barely remembered, tapestry hums, not with sound, but with stillness. A stillness so deep it feels infinite. You sink into it like sinking into the softest bed, like falling into the safest arms. The threads embrace you. The stars embrace you. The silence embraces you. No thought remains. No weight remains. Only rest. The loom, the room, the world, all of it fades. There is nothing left to carry, nothing left to weave, nothing left to do. Only drifting.
Out.
Only quiet. Only sleep. The tapestry folds gently around you, not closing you in, but wrapping you in warmth. It feels like night itself, settling softly over your shoulders. Every breath is a thread of calm. Every exhale is a thread of release. Breath by breath, you are carried deeper, deeper, and deeper, and deeper still, till the fabric itself seems to dissolve. No more threads, no more patterns, no more stars. Only an endless hush. Here, you are cradled by eternity. You are already asleep. Here, you are home. Drifting, 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 into the quiet that holds everything. Into the silence that dreams for you. Into the stillness that is deeper than sleep, softer than breath, wider than the sky. And there, in that boundless peace, you rest. You rest completely. You rest forever.